So pranayama is a technique, a breathing technique, which helps to settle the mind down. And the first ones that I will teach you are both alternate nostril breathing techniques. And since the brain has this big fiber bundle running through the middle between the right and left hemisphere, when you do this alternate nostril breathing, you're breathing across the corpus callosum, which integrates the right and left hemispheres of the brain. So it tends to really settle down the activity of the brain, and it keeps that internal conversation that we discussed this last week in the listening part of our weekly lesson. And what I noticed when we were having that discussion is that I don't have that going on anymore, and if it does occur, it's so subtle that I have to look for it. And so I thought these breathing techniques might help you settle that down a little bit. It takes years for it to be totally gone, but got to start somewhere. So the first one I'll do is it's alternate nostril breathing in the slow mode. So you use these two fingers and you put one on one nostril and breathe in through the other. And then you exchange a finger, you close that nostril and you breathe out the opposite. Then you breathe in the opposite, exchange, so now you don't really want to hear your breathing, but I'm doing that so you can at least tell that I am breathing. You usually just do it absolute silently. You'll notice your eyes just naturally close and you go very deeply inward. So another one of these, we learned that one early on. I think I started my meditation in 1974, and we learned that technique relatively quickly. And then about 1976, we were practicing in large groups. We have 2 domes in our town that each hold, between 2,000 and 5,000 people. And we would gather people together and do our meditation, and we would do Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. And there's many of them. You can look them up online. But the ones we had the domes for, we practiced levitation, which is far from levitation, but it settles the mind down in preparation to be able to actually do that. It might take 20, 30, 40 years. But so anyway, we learned this one called the Age of Enlightenment technique, which is fast alternate nostril breathing, and it's the same basic alternations, but you do it at a more hurried pace. So it's kind of like this. So you can only do that one for 30 to 45 seconds, and it definitely has a powerful effect on you. So don't try to do it for too long. Just be easy with it, and your body will adapt over time to the changes in the it actually shifts blood chemistry, so it can make you faint and stuff like that. So you don't want to overdo it. Just be really easy on yourself. Don't make it harder than it has to be. So typically you do the fast one first. It really settles you down, and then you continue for a few minutes with the slow pranayama, and then you close your eyes and sit in meditation. So you can experiment with that today, and I hope you enjoy it and see some benefit in it. And please feel free to send me comments on your experience. I would like to hear what's happening. I don't want to go too fast on this because pranayama is very, very powerful technique. So enjoy.